Hey YouTube, I'm back. I know it's been a long time coming. Y'all probably like, dag, she only upload like once a month now. Once every 2 months. I just been enjoying my life, you know. Let me get comfortable. Cause it's getting ready to be a little minute. Not really, I'm trying to make this video like 10 minutes. But on a more serious side, happy Black History Month. I decided that I would start off my month with a more serious video, just so we can go ahead and get it out of the way and talk about depression and anxiety as a Black woman. Now, this might be something that y'all don't want to hear, or you might be like, I'm not going through that. Or you might think, I don't know what you might think. I'm fucking a mind reader. But it's something that's very serious in our community. Not just with our Black men, but with our Black women. Especially us new mommies. Yes, us new mommies. So I just wanted to talk about it just a little bit. And, you know, shed some light. Give some tips. And yeah. So, with that being said, I wrote down like what I wanted to say just so I wouldn't be rambling. And I tried to give the definition of things, because sometimes you don't even really know that you're depressed or that you're dealing with anxiety. You don't really know, especially if it's your first time dealing with it. You've never had these feelings before. You don't know what's the matter. So with that being said, I'm going to start off by talking with depression. And then I will go into anxiety. So anyway, I looked up the definition of depression just in case. I mean, I know what it means, but just, you know, give you a better understanding of it. I came across the definition of depression to be feelings of severe despondency and dejection. Now, don't y'all hate when they give you like the definition of a word and it's more words that you might not understand? I looked up despondency and dejection too. I got your back. So the definition of dejection is just low spirits, and despondency means low spirits caused by loss of hope or courage. And sometimes when you're depressed, for a lot of people, you feel like you're suffocating. You feel like you're drowning. There's nothing that you do or anybody else can do to get you out of this feeling. It's a really, really bad funk. And it's something that we experience as new mommies a lot, because we go from, you know, just having to take care of ourselves to having a brand new human being that we may or may not understand or feel like, wow, I literally have no life. Like, you go from being an individual to people seeing you as just somebody's mom. So my 5 tips for helping dealing with depression are going to be, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to, you know, feel sad and upset or have the emotions. It might not be geared towards your baby, but it's okay. And number 2, it's okay to need help. Black women are so strong, and that when you reach out for help or you seem like you are failing at what you're doing, it comes off as you being weak, and that's not the case. It's okay to say, hey, I don't feel well today and I could use a little bit of help. Number 3, ask for the help. You can't like say, okay, I'm not okay, I need help, and not ask for it. You understand that you need help, but other people might not get that you need help. And people are not mind readers. So you have to let your loved ones around you know that you need help. So you have to ask. Just be like, hey, do you mind having the baby? Can I talk to you? Things like that. And then number 4, if you feel like you can't talk to your loved ones, then get a therapist. It doesn't make you crazy. It doesn't make you psycho or any of those things that come with people having a therapist. It's just that sometimes you feel judged by your loved ones, and it's easier for you to talk to somebody who's from the outside looking in on your situation than it is talking to somebody who thinks they know your whole entire life. So find a therapist, preferably a black one. And number 5, let it out, girl. If you need to cry, scream, take a walk, break some shit, I don't know, let it out. Do something that is going to help you relieve stress. I'm not going to recommend shopping because stress shopping, girl, will get you in trouble. But find a hobby, write it down, you draw something that is going to help you express how you're feeling in the time and in the moment, because that is a really, really big thing that we do. We get all these emotions and feelings and we bottle them up, and literally it could be the smallest thing that breaks your back and you have a breakdown, and then you have people looking at you like you're crazy. So just find something to let it out. Don't hold it in. Don't bottle it up. Find something to help you let it out. Okay, so those are all my tips for depression. Anxiety is something that you don't even really realize that you have until it's just like, oh my god, it happens over and over and over. At least for me, it happened to me over and over and over again before I could pinpoint and say, dang, I think I have anxiety. And so, with that being said, the definition of anxiety is feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, and it's typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. That really spoke to me because I'm a planner. If you know me, you know I plan everything. If I could, I would plan my whole entire life and everything would come out the exact way that I planned it. Nothing would go wrong. Everything would be perfect without a hitch. Honey, I plan everything. I'm a planner. And that does not help my anxiety, because as soon as something happens to me that is not in my plan, I lose my shit. I have anxiety, and it's okay. It's okay to have anxiety. And my tips for anxiety are going to be, at least these are the things that help me. Let me say that. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Calm down. Slow your thoughts. Because when you're anxious, you have 800,000 thoughts, right, coming through your mind at one time, and you don't know what to do with them all, and that is what makes you have anxiety attacks and things like that. So breathe, take a couple deep breaths, sit down, relax. Number 2, I found that positive affirmations come in handy and help me out a lot. Encourage yourself, think positively about yourself, don't put yourself down. You got this. That's literally what I tell myself all the time. You got this, and you can do it. And it sounds corny, but it really works. 3, be optimistic. Instead of thinking of all the bad things or what have you, see the glass as half full instead of half empty, if you catch my drift. Number 4, remember that you can't plan everything. It's really hard, but remember that everything happens and you cannot control the universe. You cannot control the world or other people. You just can't. No matter how hard you try, you can't. So try not to plan everything. Try to let some things go with the flow. 5, weigh your options. Don't only think about all the things that could go wrong, because then you're like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. You're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Think about the things that could go right too. There are millions of options of things that happen to you daily, that instead of you thinking of all the bad and wrong things that could happen, you think about the things that could go right. Try to focus on those things opposed to only the things that go wrong or could go wrong. And so that's all I have. I hope these tips help you. It's a very big subject that happens in the black community that nobody talks about. Depression and anxiety, not only with the black men, but with black women especially. And Us new mommies, you know, find a new mommy friend. Y'all probably have a lot more in common than you think. And just talk it out. Hope you guys found my tips helpful, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!